Speaking of many people in the entertainment industry who want to form unions and who want to fight for better wages and better treatment in the workplace, reality television stars are asking for theirs. Finally, after decades of being exploited, we've all heard the horror stories. We've heard about what goes on, and we also know that at a time of mass striking, when it comes to writers and actors, the one thing that executives can lean on and want to lean on is reality television. Hey, these aren't actors. We don't gotta pay them shit.
That's when it blew up, right? Last strike.
Exactly. And it looks like it's not happening now in the way that it was. So here is a little snippet from two former contestants from season 2 of Love is Blind on Netflix. And they are speaking to More Perfect Union that produced this video. And one of them is actually filing a lawsuit against Netflix for their treatment on the show. So take a look.
They're trying to make and a product they're trying to sell. And we are the raw materials that they're crafting to create that product. And they're
okay, first of all, raw materials in the first few seconds, this is some real deep Marxist shit from a former reality show contestant. Just tell me that the casting agent's not kicking themselves for actually choosing intelligent people. Here we go.
There are no regulations or guidelines about how they can treat the raw material to create that final product.
This whole entire experiment is designed to break you down to your most unhealed and most damaged version of yourself so that they can exploit you for free labor, essentially, or labor at $7.14 an hour, which is what you break down the amount of hours and what we made, that's what you make per hour.
I filed a lawsuit against Kinetic and Netflix on behalf of Love is Blind cast members and Ultimatum cast members in the summer of 2022, alleging that they violated California labor law. The way that these production companies have been getting around labor laws is they have been classifying cast members as contract employees. If an employer does not have control over where they work, how they work, or their means of production, that's a contract laborer. But these production companies control all of that. In fact, they control it far more than any normal employer. And if it's true that we should have been full-time employees, all of a sudden, all of these protections come into play, right? Meal breaks, rest breaks, overtime pay, all of these things come into play, all of which were violated. Interestingly enough.
Because you're there to find love, okay? Not eat food.
But you're right. I think the contestants should own the means of seduction.
Hey, thank you. That is our cold open. Here we go.
Right, meal breaks, rest breaks, overtime pay. All of these things come into play, all of which were violated. Interestingly enough, while they classified us as contract laborers in the contract, they filed W-2s on our behalf to the IRS.
Sons of bitches.
Wow,
and just to be very clear, W-2s that have reached out, they're very, very afraid of shows. All reaching out, attention going out
Paige,
about
what happened? What
lied
happened?
to us, or they lied to the IRS about our classification as full-time employees. Within a week of the lawsuit being filed and some of the media attention going out about it, I had 50 to 60 cast members from all sorts of shows, all reaching out to me and thanking me for pushing this forward.
So there you have it. There he is. They're getting woke, y'all. They are getting ready.
I didn't watch this show, but that guy should win.
He should win all the love.
Yeah.
He gets all the love in my book. No, one of the dudes actually was not a winner, but he did find love, I guess, and whatnot. But so here's more about the lawsuit. The contestant on the second season of Netflix's Love is Blind reality series is suing the streamer and the show's producers, charging them in a string of labor law violations, including fostering inhumane working conditions, paying cast members less than minimum wage. Hartwell's lawsuit seeks unpaid wages plus financial compensation for missed meal breaks and rest periods, plus unspecified monetary damages for unfair business practices and civil penalties for labor code violations. Producer of the show, this is according to the lawsuit, quote, intentionally underpaid cast members, deprived them of food, water, sleep, plied them with booze, and cut off their access to personal contacts and most of the outside world. This is like the worst fucking basic training camp. Like, this is the shit they do in the army. This made cast members hungry for social connections and altered their emotions and decision making, said attorney Chantal Payton of Payton Employment Law, LA-based firm that's representing Hartwell. So Hartwell's one of the guys you saw in that video. I mean, let's go.
I've gotten the pleasure to meet former people who are on these like love dating reality shows, and also people who used to work on the production. And this matches with everything I've heard before, that not only are they liquoring up and trying to exploit as much as possible the contestants on the show, who actually tend to be pretty bright. They're just trying to, you know, make it in Hollywood the best way they can, which is on your looks, of course. And then on the other side, you have, in addition to like these producers and directors who are just wildly exploitative, incredibly drunk, will do things like that, like the whole treat them as contract employees, file with the IRS as W-2s. That could get them like looked at for tax fraud, in addition to being paid what they said an effective $7.25 an hour minimum wage to be put in basically an underpaid cult for attractive people, right? Like you're separated from your family, like all that stuff. It's the worst boot camp ever, like you said.
It's so funny because what's so fucked up about it too is like the producers treat the cast kind of the way that like they want us to see them, you know. And I did say that like they fucked up, they hired an intelligent guy, and you're right. The hot people can also be intelligent. And
Thank you.
James. And it is true because the way we watch reality, it's almost like they deserve this awful, like, you know, social experiment petri dish show because they're hot, so punish them. And they also like, they're like thirsty to be famous, so fuck them. And like, you know, it's almost like that's also kind of how they are portrayed in post, like in the edit, in everything, on how they are, why people like digest it. It's like they're hot, oh yeah, and then they're rich. A lot of them, right? Especially if it's like Housewives or whatnot, or the Kardashians, and it's like, so fuck it, all bets are off. But in this case, and in a lot of these cases, no, they're not rich. And you're totally right. They're like regular ass people, even though they say they're like, you know, consultants with like a fucking management firm. It's like, we know you're not that, dude. You're way too hot for that job. You're trying to be an actor. But and
the 15-year-old who rents exotic cars just started his own firm, for sure.
Right. Exactly. No, but I love that they're actually trying to going after what's theirs. I mean, the other thing is, this is crazy, but apparently in their contracts for Love is Blind, if they left the show before the show was done filming, like if they just walked off, they'd have to pay $50,000 in damages. They signed that.
Damages. Wow, that's, well, yeah.
They're exploitable and expendable, but also $50,000 in damages. That's
right.
Yeah, insane. This is the reason we're seeing mass strikes. Everyone's got the boot on their neck in this country. Everyone is exploited in every job, in every area.
What's going on, Frantifa? If you haven't already, subscribe to this channel right now. Hit that button. And also, you can become a patron and support the show every single week. Get access to bonus episodes and exclusive merchandise. Patreon.com/Bitchuation Room. Do